Hello, I'm Meghan Schiller from KDKA-TV News, and this is your KDKA News Now update. I've got your top headlines and the latest weather. We now know that a total of around 70 animals died in yesterday's fire at a reptile sanctuary in South Park. Armstrong County Humane Officer Amber Phillips tells KDKA she couldn't sleep last night because she's so distraught over what she saw. This is video of the rush to save the red-eared slider turtles after a fire broke out inside Nate's Reptile Rescue. 14 survived, but sadly, just as many turtles died from the flames and smoke. Armstrong County Humane Officer Amber Phillips rushed to South Park Monday after forming a friendship with the owner, Nate Lizocht. She told KDKA over the phone that Nate helped her immensely in her first days of housing Chomper, the famously rescued gator from the Kiski River, and he did make it out alive. Phillips said she focuses on saving dogs and cats, but after rescuing gators from a home in Kiski Township last year, Nate became a fast friend and invaluable resource. And now her heart breaks, knowing that he's likely blaming himself, feeling like he failed the animals. Neo, the gator that survived the winter in the Kiski River and recently took a bike ride to freedom, perished in Monday's fire. Phillips tells KDKA Reptile's lungs aren't the strongest, and she believes most of them died from smoke inhalation or direct contact with the fire. The fire marshal's still investigating, but this Post-Gazette photo shows the setup involving the enclosures hoisted up on wooden braces. The enclosures are made of glass and metal. She believes the high heat likely killed all the tarantulas and other spiders, all the different lizards, iguanas, leading to a total of roughly 70 deaths. Each tank needed a heat lamp, and she said that involved a lot of surge strips. Phillips wants people to know Nate saved these reptiles from original owners who broke the law by bringing them to our area and then failed to properly take care of them. Quote, "This falls back on society. It truly does. Society let these animals down, not Nate, and I hope he knows that." Another big development is coming to the North Shore, and there are big plans to bring more commercial space and drive investment in the growing region. Chris Hoffman explains the plan and the money behind it.
Right now, it's just a parking lot. It holds about 475 spaces for cars. Well, the idea is to turn that into commercial and retail space and make it a little bit more appealing and bring people down to the North Shore.
The $30 million project between the Steelers and developer Walnut Capital is trying to continue the trend of development on the North Shore.
The whole north side, North Shore, however you want to call it, is developing into a place for people to live, work, and play.
Right now, the lot is owned by the Science Center, and they say there has been no formal sale or lease of the property. To make sure there is enough parking, a parking deck will be installed to keep the same amount.
Which the neighborhood, the residential community especially, really likes to see. So we're glad that that's always a focus.
The Steers and developers are looking to get a state redevelopment grant for $15 million. State Senator Wayne Fontana, who represents the area, says it's a competitive process for this money.
And you like to see shovel-ready projects, and the financing's there.
The Northside North Shore Chamber of Commerce says it's exciting to see the continued growth of the neighborhood. They say the balance they want is to make sure the small businesses that are already there don't get pushed out for more development.
Sort of making sure that a rising tide floats all ships, and that the small businesses and the family-owned businesses that have been here for decades can really benefit from kind of a trickle-down effect.
According to the proposal, the mixed commercial space will have retail and office space. It would also house two national Pittsburgh-based corporations to expand their headquarters.
Certainly add to tourism for our area, and tourism brings dollars, tax dollars.
The hope is to start construction in September. We'll keep you posted as this gets closer, both on air and online. Along the North Shore, Chris Hoffman, KDKA-TV News. The hope is to start construction in September. We'll keep you posted on all this and how it develops on air and online. On the North Shore, Chris Hoffman, CBS News, Pittsburgh.
And now here is First Alert meteorologist Kristen Emery with a look at your weather.
We were in the 60s. Some areas hit 66. Another famous Penguins number. Right now we're at 64 in Pittsburgh, and we're still going to be only in the 50s by tomorrow morning. Big changes on the way. Hope you've enjoyed that warm weather. We have warm air in place for the first half of tomorrow, but then the temperature is going to plummet through the afternoon by about 20 degrees between lunchtime and dinner time. So showers moved through earlier today, a couple of rumbles of thunder, some lightning. Then we had a break. Now the second round of showers starting to bubble up just in through portions of Washington and Greene counties. We'll continue to see those showers push through here the rest of the early evening. Flood watch in in effect for areas south of I-70, Greene, Fayette, Monongalia counties. We could see heavier rain there overnight and through tomorrow. And then a high wind watch is in effect for the Laurel Highlands, where we could have wind gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour tomorrow. Here's your 24-hour outlook, and we don't cool off tonight. Temperatures only in the mid-50s before that big plunge tomorrow afternoon. You see the red, the green, chance for a few isolated strong to severe storms overnight tonight. Futurecast shows the timeline of this. We stay mild the rest of the evening with that first round of showers, or the second round moving through. Then here comes the third round by around 2-3 a.m. This is when we could see a couple of strong storms develop. And the biggest threat with these would be gusty winds or potential hail. Most of the heavy rain will stay south of I-70, and you can see it pushing pretty much west to east there. And then when you wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be fairly wet for everyone south of Pittsburgh and Butler. If you're farther north, it'll be later in the day, later in the morning until you get rain. But here comes the cold front itself. By lunchtime, it plows through with one last push of heavy rain and very gusty winds. And on the backside of this, cold enough air to leave the last couple of showers as snow in the Laurel Highlands, and a couple of flurries and blustery winds for the rest of us overnight. And look at those lows. By Thursday morning, we're down to 25 for the low, and the high Thursday afternoon back to only 40. Here are some of the wind gusts on Futurecast, estimating up to 40-43 mile per hour gusts by dinner time tomorrow night before they finally start to calm down. So 57 tonight, isolated showers and storms. First alert weather day tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow we start in the 60s. We'll end the day in the 40s. And then Thursday morning, bundle up, we'll be down to 25 degrees with sunshine eventually in the afternoon. And then we're back up to 55 already on Friday. Beautiful weekend, 58 Saturday, 68 on Sunday with sunshine. We're close to 70 on Monday with more showers on Tuesday.